morning, everybody. It's Stephanie. It's Monday, December 13th. Well, last night I made a video and it was about supporting the LGBTQ transgender community and also the gay community. I still have so much gnawing at me right now. Because right now we're in a tough time. We're in such a bad time right now politically. I'm not a happy camper. I hate politics. I just hate politics. I hate it so much that I cancel my cable TV. Because every time I turn on the TV, it's just negative stuff. At least on YouTube, I can search something that's positive. I can search something that I want to hear that's positive. Because it's so much easier to just blank out or shut off what's negative. That's right. I'm a happy trans person. You know why? Because I made a decision to be happy. Not to let society decide or pick and choose my happiness. That's right. And you can too. Don't sit home and watch politics play ping pong with our life. Shut them down. Shut them down. I don't care whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. Okay? These people went to the same universities, by the way. Okay? They don't decide your happiness. They don't get to decide your fate. But they make it seem like that they can. They can't. We know the obstacles that's there before us. With determination, tenacity, willpower, we can do it. Don't let them pick. We have certain governors right now in those states that are banding with religious universities, trying to say that trans people have to be a certain way or do a certain thing or can't get involved in certain stuff. Okay? Because we're not real women. Do you agree with that? I don't agree with that. Okay, there's certain things I agree with, but there's certain things I don't agree with. Okay? They act like we need to find our own planet or our own city or our own island. Okay? Why are politicians and religious holding hands like they're brothers and sisters? Do they think they can just erase us from the planet? I doubt it very much. Okay? We're always going to be here. Okay? It's said that every year in the United States alone, over 100,000 people are coming out as being transgender. Okay? That's trans teens, trans teenagers, trans young adults, and late onset transgender. Over 100,000 people. According to some religious groups and some political affiliations, we're not mentally responsible. That means that we're sick people they think that we are. Before I continue, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers and to all those visitors that may be watching my channel. If you find something that resonates with you on my videos, please consider hitting that subscribe key. We'll be right back with more. So here we go. There has always been trans people in the military. During the Barack Obama administration, not that I want to talk about politics, trans people and gay people felt empowered to come out with their sexual orientation and gender identity. Okay. When the Barack Obama era ended, and then we had a certain administration in power, they thought that they could go ahead and strip us of our rights. Really? I spent 12 years in the U.S. military. Yes, I did. And I never came out. I was in my early 20s. And back then, I was still struggling with my identity. I hadn't been married yet. Got out of high school, didn't know what I want to do with my life. So one day, I was walking downtown in the city where I lived, and I saw this big sign plastered on the glass window that says, United States Army. It was a recruiting office, so I walk in. I was looking around at the pamphlets. Lo and behold, I found my answer. I'm like, I don't know whether I want to go to college or not. I don't know what I want to be. Maybe I didn't know where I want to go and who I want to be because of my situation with being a trans person that was making me confused inside of me. Did it explain all those lonely years as a teenager? Because I couldn't fit in here and I couldn't fit in there? I thought that those feelings would be settled if I just joined the military. I thought it was a career that was missing. Regardless, I still joined the Army. Did a few years of this and that, and then I went reserves part-time. And guess what? After my military obligations, I still felt that thing that was missing. But when I was in the military, going through boot camp was very difficult for me. I felt so uncomfortable being in the same outfit as men. Yeah. I might have ignored my transgender feelings because when I came out, I started dating women like other boys did. Eventually I got married. Those crazy feelings were still there. What would have happened if I had come out in the military as being a trans person? I probably would have been booted out because it was during the Ronald Reagan administration. Okay? I probably would have been booted out. 1980s. Didn't know if I wanted to go to college. Didn't know what career path to take. Didn't understand the bottom line of my confusion. I felt like there was an itch I couldn't scratch. What a conundrum. So, lo and behold, I went through 2 marriages, had 1 son. Finally, after my 2nd marriage, I really figured it out. I figured it out. It took a long time. It took a long time. But these feelings were there when I was a child, too. I was too young to understand, so I ignored them. My family is very old-fashioned, backward tradition. Backward tradition, you know what that means? That means that they're set in their ways. Okay? That means that they had horse blinders on. It was either left or right, black or white. I don't have to be a poem, but sometimes things just wind up that way. It wasn't easy. When I came out, I was already an adult. Nobody could stop me. Okay? My parents didn't understand me. They didn't believe me, especially after going through 2 marriages. Trying to be a man. Trying to be a man. Did a couple of bodybuilding shows. Went to the gym with the boys. Dated the girls like the guys. Yeah. It's still happening today. Late onset transgenderism. Young adults and middle-aged adults, even men and women in their 50s and 60s coming out. After so many failed marriages, they finally figure it out. It's wonderful coming out. It's wonderful to be who you need to be. It's awesome to be you. But it costs so much. And I'm not talking about dollar signs. I'm not talking about financial, even though that's a part of it. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about the losses that you go through. Family not understanding. Family that don't understand don't support, and they can't support because they don't know. They never saw that part of you, the part that you hid. Today, it's so much harder. Even though we have the internet, even though we have the education, even though information is accessible to all the trans kids. Why is it hard? We're in a crisis. We're in a crisis. We're going through this pandemic, whether it's fake or real, whether it was caused by someone or whether it was a virus from China. It doesn't matter. The matter is it's affecting us triple and double and triple more than other people. Coming out in a time like this when you have political people fighting one another, and like I said last night, using us as a ping pong ball. For what? To get votes of a certain people. Only to make useless again when another party takes over, just because they can. It's like I said in the opening of my video. Don't let people decide on your happiness, okay? Don't let, if you're a teenager, don't let bullying repave your plans or forge your dreams. Okay? Whether you're trans or not, or just a straight person, okay, we have something in common with straight people. We're human beings. We're human beings. Okay? Who's stopping them from doing what they want to do? Who's stopping them from achieving? Who's stopping them from being successful? Nobody. Nobody is stopping them from being successful. Nobody is forming a blockade in front of them. Nobody is using them as a ping pong ball in time of campaigning or voting. Why are we being used this way? Why are we headlines? Why is there such a big deal about using a freaking bathroom or playing a certain sport? Why? Why do we have to face discrimination when we go out to simply do groceries at a supermarket? Why do we have to put up with the funny stares or the funny looks? Why are we picking up on negative vibrations sometimes? How come we can't let our guards down? Sometimes I have my guards up. It's because I don't trust easily. I learned from my past. Okay? I want to be here to support you when you come out to your family, to your friends, to your employer, to your school. I've been through it all. I've been through the grinder. My own mother and father didn't accept me for 7 years. They just ignored me. When the holidays came around, I never gave up on them. I sent the Christmas cards. I sent the birthday cards. I sent the cards every single year. I sent my progression pictures of my transition to my family. They only threw it away or hid it. I felt the isolation. I lived alone. I struggled with making friends. That's been 20 years plus ago. But I know that there are people just like me that's coming out. But you're coming out in a harder time, even though with the internet and the education that's online and the resources. But because it's a hot time in politics, and believe me, they're banding with religious universities trying to slow down your transition and your progression. But it's up to you to hang in there, stay tough, and be around those people that you gravitate to. Don't sit home and watch the news. Shut it off. Shut it down. Okay, it's a political scheme and ploy. Okay. I hope that I touched your core. I hoped that you can relate to what I'm talking to. You're my brothers and you're my sisters. All right, let's stick together. Let's reach out to one another and communicate. Let's strengthen ourselves and one another. I hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day. Talk to you guys soon. And before I let you guys go, there's one word that we're experiencing from the general public, and that one word It's called rejection. When you're experiencing rejection, then we need to band together to accept one another and support one another. Don't let rejection pull you down into the abyss. Love you guys.
Something